And we're live. Good evening, everybody. It's Friday night again, May 29th, 2020, and welcome to the Stunthangar Control Line Hangout show, where we get on our cameras and microphones and video chat about building, flying airplanes and whatever else you like to play with out in your shop. And that includes big stuff too, whether you like rods and boats and planes, trains, and automobiles. We'll talk about it all, but we got Aeromodeling, and that can be anything from control line stunt to combat players. And be here until about midnight. Cut off time later that if the conversation is good. So if you've determined the link to the show is in the control line, go to that page and scroll down the open forum and the thread, and there will be some forum at the bench, and the will contain the state that's a right. And that link, click the link under where it says Rust and browser to so if you have wrong, you can try it. If you do, it'll work best. And it looks like we're already Jack Snap. Jack. And, all right, let's see what might be the problem there. Warning, my bit rate sucks, basically is what it says. So let me pause over here. And Jack, if it just got any better, because I paused my preview feed and that eats up some extra bandwidth and frees up some resources. So here comes Gary Sinclair too on the live side. Maybe he can tell me if I've got a good signal too. It's one of those nights, but we just had some thunderstorms come roaring through, and we might have to wait for the remains of them to get out of town before we get hooked up, right? And I see Gary Sinclair trying to join, but he hasn't successfully hooked up yet. Tell me, Jack, do I sound any better now than I did a minute ago? I'm hoping you'll please say yes. I really don't want to have to. I really don't want to have to fiddle with it all night. Bit better. Can understand me now. Okay. Good. Don't know what the problem with that was. But anyway, we're all here, and we'll hang out and wait for some visitors to come in. Meanwhile, as I was saying, if you're in the YouTube side, you can talk to us with the text chat box over there, and use the block $sign at the bottom if you care to contribute to Sparky's services and keep this show on the air and free. And let's see, Lucas Aniceto, let's see, how could you send me the link to the class? Well, Lucas, it's not actually a class, it's just a discussion. We talk about aeromodeling, and you have to be a member of Stunthangar.com control line forums. And Stunthangar.com is an aeromodeling forum. And you have to be Stunthangar. If you are a member, if it's actually in the comments underneath the YouTube video. Everything you need to know about your Hangout is in that post. The link. Can you get here?
You're breaking up, Rusty.
And then, you got your you broke up. I couldn't understand anything you said, Lynn.
Yeah, you're breaking up, but it's a little bit now. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
No, it's he's breaking up pretty bad. Yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad.
Yeah, how you doing, Charles?
I'm doing good. Doing good. How you doing, Lynn?
That's good. Awesome. I'm
Great.
well.
Good.
All is good.
Yeah, I
How's
tried to
go.
go. Oh man, it's not coming at all. I've been too busy with other stuff. But I did try to go flying today.
I know. Well, it goes. Okay.
You know, it's when you haven't flown in like 2.5 months, you want to go out and fly, and you expect everything to go smoothly, but that doesn't happen.
It never does.
So, very frustrating day. So have you tried to fly, Lynn?
3 is on.
All right, we're getting the party.
Is on.
Mm-hmm.
So where'd Rusty go? Is he still there?
He fell off.
All right.
Eh,
So how's everybody doing?
Recovering from the short week.
3
Oh, that's right.
is on.
Yeah, well, I actually flew on Monday, so it was kind of nice to be able to fly twice in 1 week.
Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yep.
I can hear you, Len. I hear you.
Perfect. I turned the
How's my
camera
signal?
off. That seemed to help.
Yeah, you sound good. And here's
Okay.
Rusty. Rusty's back.
Yep.
So, Rusty, you're
Say
not going to
something,
talk.
Rusty.
He's froze.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, what's going on with you? You walk away?
Oh, nothing. No, I'm here. I'm just grabbing my roll of Fastgal. Still patching up the combat planes. Haven't been flying, so we're
All
just
right.
plugging away in the inventory. I think I got
All right.
13 ready now. So
Wow.
I'm really getting
Wow.
into the really badly broken stuff now, and just
Oh,
trying
okay.
to make one model out of two and salvage the stuff that's been sitting there for 2 or 3 years. But eventually, I'm going to get through this whole pile, man. I'm going to have them all ready to go. So,
Oh, that's good.
That's awesome. Saves a lot of money too.
Yeah, I bet.
yeah. Yeah.
especially when they cost about $50 a pop.
Yeah, well, a lot of these were freebies, man. Ron Colombo gave us a bunch of broken models. And then, of course, Sam, an ash can picker at a combat contest. I mean, he picked this one.
There you go.
He picked this one out of the trash at the Gnats last year. So the entire inboard where the lead outs are, the leading edge was gone, this ribbon, and this was gone. So I just cut it. I cut it on the bandsaw right here, and I took the tip off a model that was good and sandwiched it on there, and I just got it covered, and it'll be good to go. Just put a new tip on it. But yeah, this was in the garbage. Other than that tip,
Perfect.
there was nothing broken on this airplane. It was just this last little bit right here. So
Wow.
I dug one of the really beat to hell ones out there that had the same kind of airfoil, same leading edge, and just cut it in the right place and mated it together.
Very good.
That's perfect. It's the way to do
Hey,
it.
Bill,
So I
Go ahead,
put an
man.
order into Broadax this week. I'm going to get their half-A electric system and their best stooge and a new handle. The one I have is an old Easy Just. I figured I need something better. But the thing I noticed is there's a whole lot of airplanes that are out of stock there.
Huh. I haven't been on the website, but I have a friend who placed an order for me about a month ago. I got a Broadax 40 and some reels and got some plans. I know they're out of. I wanted some crystal clear dope, and they're out of that. But I haven't been on the website in a while.
For the stuff I ordered, I got a message that it's been shipped like right away, but it just seemed like if you look at the airplanes, there was just a whole bunch of them, and you click on it, it says out of stock.
Yeah, I only can imagine that they're going to have to, figure out what they're going to do. A friend of mine told me they're just working one person a day, and so they get a lot of internet orders and a lot of common orders, and so they're kind of slow because of just one person a day they're working.
Wow.
I got a phone call from them this week because I had inquired 3 or 4 weeks ago about Magnum Uniflow tanks. I wanted to get a couple of 7-ounce tanks and put them back for my 75s. And Len, I'm sure you know this, Charles, you know too, the 7-ounce tank is like 7 inches long because it's, 1 inch per ounce.
Yeah.
And then it's the inch high by 2 wide. Randy Smith had made some of these tanks. So they're an inch and a half tall, not just 1 inch. So you get 7 ounces in a package that's just 5 3/4 inches long because it's a fatter tank. So, and the issue I was concerned about is those 7-inch tanks. Sometimes you got to cut back into the wing to shove them in an airplane, right? You don't always have
a real big long nose,
or you're gonna have a big long nose, right? So I bought this from Randy, and I wanted to order some more from Broadax, and they don't. Randy had these special made. Randy Smith had these special made, and they're definitely Broadax tanks because they're stamped Broadax on both sides. So I called them up. She didn't really know what I was about, and she had the guy that builds the tanks call me back a couple of weeks ago, and then after discussing with him what it was I wanted, he remembered making these tanks for Randy, and he says, "Yeah, I'll make you up some, man. You'll have them in a week or two." And he called me yesterday and said, "Your tanks are ready," and they only charged me $20 a piece for $20 each for 4 tanks. Hell, I think their regular 7-ounce tank lists for like $23 or $24 on the website. But I got 4 of these 7-ounce Magnum Uniflows from Broadax for 20. I don't know if I'll use all 4 of them, but I do have 75s, and I know they're thirsty, and this takes up less real estate. So kudos to Broadax, man. They, like I said, she just put me right in touch with the tank builder guy, and he built me exactly what I wanted, and they're on the way. So good for them.
Yeah.
Great customer service.
Let me ask you something. I've got one of those tanks, Mike, with the piping like that. How the hell do you put it in an airplane when it's got those pipes sticking out the side like that?
I can
How do
show
you get
you.
it through the side of the fuselage?
Well, typically it's right on the cowl line, and I can show you on my SV. So they just drop right in, Len, right where your cowl is.
Oh,
That's all.
I see. So okay.
You just
So
cut a little hole in the side of the.
Yeah. I get it. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's it.
I wondered about that. How the hell do you get that in?
I remember Wendy talking about those pipes on the side, how with the vibration or what have you, they tend to fracture. That's why he went to a different style where he had the fuel tubing, which was flexible, go into the tank, and then on the outside of the plane, he'd have a tube on the exterior he had attached, so he wouldn't have any fatigue.
Yeah, what Randy told me to do, and I did this on the other two SVs that I had, is just use a little bit of silicone in there. Before you close it up, you just smear a little bit of silicone around the tubing and on the inside of the cowl and the inside of the fuse there, and make a little gusset out of silicone for it, and that'll keep you from that way. Not saying you still can't break them off if you hit them with your hand or catch them on something. You just stiffen it up with a little bit of silicone on the inside of the airplane.
Okay.
And then it's not permanent either. If you have to take anything apart, you can just peel the silicone right off.
Right.
So isn't there a kind of a size limit that you'd want to fly a stunt aircraft? I mean, when you get so big, it seems like it would be hard to make the corners and that and stuff with.
Not if it's trimmed out right.
Really?
I mean,
there's a problem with larger
or if you fly big, but if you fly pig airplanes, 80, 90 ounce airplanes, you need a big motor and you need a big tank. I was told a 75 will take about 6.5 to fly the pattern. So you want to have a little buffer on there. So that's the only reason I bought 7-ounce tanks, was for the 2 75s that I had. Now, I have not flown a 75 and I have not used the 7-ounce tank, but the powers that be said that's what you need. So that's what I bought.
I mean, doesn't a plane that
I don't want to
big,
be scrambling. Go ahead, Bill.
doesn't that pull awful hard, a plane that big?
They do.
Well, not necessarily. You can put that.
It all
you can
depends.
put that 75 in an SV11. You can run an SV11 on a PA 51 or a 61 or a 65 or a 75. It's just all about what size motor you want to put in it. Just because you got a 75 doesn't mean you can fly a 750 square inch airplane.
Heck, I was told that
You,
7 ounces on
trim
a
the plane.
46 VF is too small.
Yeah, Billy, I have big heavy airplanes, and I've trimmed them so that they're comfortable for me. Maybe the first flight, if it's not bench trim right, it might pull hard. But then I'll either adjust the engine offset or the rudder offset or tip weight and or the lead out rake. I mean, there's a lot of things I try and I'll get it so that it's comfortable, because it's no fun having a plane pull your arm off. It doesn't have to pull your arm off. It could be very comfortable. My Strega, when I fly it, I can fly, I don't know, 8 or 9 flights, and I'm not, sore or anything. I'm just, by that time it's pretty hot or windy, so I stop flying. But it's not because it's pulling my arm off that I stop. But it also depends upon your stature. Like Mike Lonke is a big guy. He might be more comfortable flying a plane that's big, and then someone who's smaller, like Rusty, and he might not find it very enjoyable flying one of my airplanes. I'm 226 pounds and 5'5", so I can handle it. It's comfortable for me. I'm pretty strong.
Yeah, and I'm 240, 6'3". So, and Bill, I fly fast combat Nelsons, which I've never flown a stunt plane that pulls as much as a fast combat stunt plane. And I fly jets too, and I have never flown. I would say a Nelson and a Pulse jet probably both have the same amount of pull, which is considerable. I mean, it's a lot. So I have yet to fly a stunt plane that pulls as much as a fast combat plane. Maybe if I get to fly one of Len's airplanes one day, I'll figure that out. His 196 ounce beast.
Mike, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, you haven't had the pleasure of flying one of the bigger twins, for like 235s or 240s. It's almost impossible to trim them to less weight or less pull, and they will drag you around. That's why we went to 15s on the little Pathfinder twin, was to get rid of that, because you get a plane that pulls that hard, it's hard to finesse it. You can't use your fingertip to control stuff like that in the pattern. And so you're hanging on all the time, and it makes it harder to fly the pattern.
Sure, I believe that, John, 100%. But I also, I watch smaller guys than me fly 75s all the time, and they don't seem to have any issue with it. You build a light enough airplane, you got it trimmed right. It shouldn't be yanking your arm off.
Like Charles said, you can trim them out to where they are comfortable. Not a lot of people do. Unfortunately, a lot of people kind of get in the groove. They got to have a lot of line tension anyway.
Just
Yeah, you
enough.
just need enough to hold it overhead, right?
That's only good for
Well,
me.
back in the 50s, when we flew the Panther, the engine was just running in a straight blubbery rich 4-stroke, and when you turned up to go through the reverse wing over, you wouldn't know if it'd climb out, and from about the 60-degree point on one side to the 60-degree point on the other side, it was free flighting across the circle. You had no control. But that was then, and this is now. We don't fly that way anymore.
We don't have to. We have enough power right
We
now
don't have
deal
to.
with
That's
it.
right.
Like I said, you only need enough to keep it from coming in on you on the overheads. You don't need any more.
That's
How do
right.
you fly the overhead eights with that little line tension?
You
My hands
just
are making
did
any
it.
sense.
There's a picture going around from way back of Bart Klipinski, probably one of the best natural pilots around. And the picture was him. He had his hand down there about 6 inches above the ground as he's doing some overhead maneuvering. He'd get down, keep his tension by getting it down and pulling it down.
Yeah, you can only pull it down so far, If you run
Well,
on
you
the
only need to
six
pull it
inches,
down when you're directly overhead, and you get out here at, if you're flying it correctly, you're at 40 degrees. You get your tension back, and you can then let your lines out again. It's just right overhead that you have to pull it down.
okay.
But that, like I say, that was then. This is now. We got better engines. We got better airplanes.
So, Bill, do you mostly fly half A's, or that's kind of what you are into?
I think Rusty's
Well, I haven't
locked up. Are you
flown
locked
in a
up?
while,
Rusty?
and I got an electric that's like equivalent of a 15 size.
I think Rusty's
Okay.
locked up.
Yeah, Rusty's knocked up, but Bill heard me. I was just asking Bill a question. I haven't really spoken very much to Bill.
Yeah.
Can
I
go
fly
back
mostly
now?
big planes, Bill. I fly big planes.
Okay. I just you think about, your lines aren't that much longer, on a large plane than one that's smaller, but yet you're trying to make those corners and that. It just doesn't seem like it could do that, but
Anybody see that on Stunthangar? Somebody's going to kit the Gene Schaefer stunt machine. I'm so tempted to get one of those and put my old OS 35S in it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat. Absolutely. Whatever excites you, whatever you can get into, it's all about. I've been admiring it for a while. It's called the Gypsy. And by happenstance, I ordered the plans for it from Broadax, and but they sent the whole plane. I ended up paying my friend for it, but I wasn't planning on buying a Gypsy kit. But I told him, you know what, I've been having my eye on this plane for a while, but I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. But the Gypsy's captured my imagination. I mean, I think it's reminds me of a Nobler on steroids, and the Nobler has sentimental value to me because that was the very first control line plane I ever saw fly was a Nobler, and so now I have a Gypsy, and I look forward to building it someday. But I have other priorities.
so like from Broadax, those, kind of like ARF type planes, I mean, where are they built? I mean, they can't be built in this country.
China.
Philippines.
China.
Okay.
China.
And so that's probably why, I see those, stay out of stock.
Out of stock, yeah.
Yeah, those R's from China served me well. I went all the way through intermediate pretty successfully with flying those R's from China. And so
Me too.
they're good. They're good to get. Oh, I know. Like you won intermediate to Gnats with an ARF made in China. So yeah, they definitely are pretty good. But up in the advanced and above, I don't know. It's a hard way going up there. When
You
you're
can do it in advance too. You should be able to do in advance
Yeah.
too, with an hour.
With an ARF. Yeah, I'll be in California. We have a lot of good pilots out here in advance.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, who wants to move up on an expert in California with Fitzgerald and Brad Buck and Thatcher and God knows who else in there? Maybe that's
Oh, there's a lot. know,
Yeah.
Bob Whiteley and
Like I said, yeah.
uh,
That's what I meant by that.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a tall list.
Yeah, let
Remember,
me move up and get my ass murdered every contest from that point on.
yeah.
But it doesn't matter now. Whatever we're gonna fly, right?
Yeah, I'm in no hurry to move up. I don't think any of us out here in California are anxious to move up to disappear. Me just be a bottom feeder.
I love Fastgal, man. Put it on. Peel it off, stick it on. This stuff is great.
Now is that clear? I've never
It's
used
clear.
Fastgal. Is it clear? Okay.
Yeah, it's clear, but it's got a paper backing on it because it's just like Scotch tape. It's just a lot stronger, you know. But you peel the backing off and it's adhesive, and then you can stick it down, pull the wrinkles out of it, and get it where you want it. And then after you're all done, you hit it with the gun, and it does shrink a little bit, and it helps activate the adhesive even more.
Nice.
But I don't.
Wow.
I don't even put. I mean, this is literally tape. I mean, well, there it is right there. Peel it off. That's your covering, and it's just like Monocoat. I mean, it's as strong as Monocoat, but this is can stick it down, pull it, lift it up, stick it down, pull it, stick it, and then just heat gun after. Not even an iron, just a heat gun, and it shrinks right up.
Oh, very cool. So where do you find that? Where do you buy it?
Well, I bought this roll from Marvin Denny before he passed away a few years ago. He was a big combat flyer for years and years, and I want to say he was in Oklahoma somewhere or Kansas, somewhere out there. And before he had cancer, but before he died, he started posting a bunch of his stuff for sale. And I got to know him over the phone. I talked to him for about a year. I bought quite a few things from him before he passed. He had a lot of good combat stuff. And he had a 200-foot roll of this Fastgal. And I bought the whole roll. And I went through it. So I need to find a suitable replacement because Fastgal is not made anymore. But there's other stuff out there. Somebody told me Doculam laminating paper, laminating film can be used, but I don't just want a film that has a lot of them are heat activated adhesive. This stuff is sticky when you peel it. That's the kind of adhesive I want. Like I said, it's just like tape. It's got a sticky adhesive already on it. I don't want the kind that you have to iron to activate the glue.
I use
Go ahead and
Doculaminate.
stick it. I'll have to do, and I'll probably end up having to buy like a 500 or 1,000-foot roll of it to get it because it's not like you can go get 50 feet of it somewhere. It's going to be one of those deals where I go in probably with two other guys, and because Marvin told me this roll he went in with three guys and they bought a 1,500-foot roll and they each took 500 feet. That's how you had to buy Fastgal back in the day. Somebody had to plunk down the big one, and then they blow it out or split it up or whatever. And it's the same thing today with the laminating film. You can't. I've been on all the 3M websites and Fasten and all the other film sites, and it's not like a mom and pop store where you can say spool me off 50 feet or 75 feet. The orders are in 500s, thousands, 1,500, 2,000 feet at a time. So it's not going to be a cheap undertaking, but I don't care. If I have to buy 500 feet, I'll buy 500 feet because I'll use it in my lifetime probably.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
brakes models.
Yeah.
I always need
I'm on
Fastgal.
my telephone right now. I don't know what the hell's wrong with the computer. We just had a bunch of thunderstorms blow through. I'm trying to get it fixed. So hang on. Maybe I'll be in there with you shortly.
We'll try not to behave, Rusty. Oh, to
Yeah,
behave.
y'all
Okay.
are streaming to YouTube. Y'all,
Well,
y'all are streaming to YouTube, by the way. So anyway, we'll
Okay.
see you shortly. Bye.
Bye-bye, Rusty.
We'll keep it clean.
So do people use polyspan
Hey,
at
guys,
all
I'm
in
going to do
control
a
line?
little show and tell.
Yeah, I use
yeah.
polyspan.
Uh-huh.
If you
Well,
just
go
learn
ahead.
how to fly, I say
Go
don't
ahead,
worry about
question.
it.
Yes, and Sparky has a video on his channel on how to use polyspan, Bill. I think he has several videos on how to apply it.
Bill, don't worry about it. I mean, if you just learn how to fly, just put some monocoat or some shrink tubing. I mean, not shrink tubing, the monocoat-ish, stuff.
Well, I've used it on free flight, and then you had to use a dye to spray on. And, I mean, it works good because it's tough. But it's a little heavy.
Hey, guys. When you have a chance, have a little show and tell.
We're talking
Show
about
and
anybody remember Cover Right? That's the piece of it.
I
You know,
remember.
I have a
Now that was heavy.
Who's standing? Turn your mic off.
The guy with the striped shirt.
yeah. It's,
I was actually standing
well,
next
have
to
you guys
the...
ever run out of room to hang your planes?
I wish I had that case scenario. Never happened to me my whole life.
No.
Well, I'm out of room, so I'm gonna put the plane up my ceiling, and so what I'm gonna do is I got this. Let me shrink my screen down over. Hang on. I can show you what I'm doing if I can. Okay. But anyways, I have this stuff, easy, and so I'm gonna use this and anchor this into the ceiling, and I have two of these, right? So the plane rests inside here. The wing is on this part here, and that's it. I have another short piece that goes on this end, and I've done it before. My Strega is suspended like that. Let me show you with my camera. So this is my Strega. So I put some foam on it, and you see how it's on the ceiling. And I put the bungee cord in the back to keep the tail from falling down. It's not necessarily the only way to do it, but this is how I've done it. And I'm forced to do it again because I'm out of room on my walls to hang up any more airplanes. I mentioned last week I came into 6 airplanes, so it's kind of hard to find room for 6 airplanes, so I had to resort to using some ceiling space. Yeah. So that was it.
How's the wife feel about airplanes?
So
in the
I mentioned
kitchen?
that. I don't even want to do that myself personally. I do have some planes in my office, and in my office I have a bathroom off of it, and I have a plane on a wall in there. So I'm really out of room. And I have a closet on my patio that has planes in there too. But those planes are from crashes. Those are like, I keep thinking I'm going to fix them one day. So I'm going to be on the call, but I'm going to disappear while I'm working on this project. So that's what I'm working on, is going to suspend an airplane. So I'll be around, but I'll be out of sight. Thanks.
Take care, Charles.
Alrighty, I'll be around. Oh, I want to get my attention.
Well, I had some fun here just before I got on. I was getting.
What's that, John?
Getting ready to go out and water the lawn. I'm putting in a new lawn. And I stepped outside, and there's a big, huge tree branch that fallen off the tree, laying across the lawn. Darn near hit the house. So I struggled to move what I could move out of the way because I still had to water that lawn. So it's out there watering it. One big branch still sitting in the middle of the lawn. Can't move it. Yeah, it's too big for me. But we'll figure out a way in the morning how to do that.
Chainsaw, cut it down in pieces.
Send it up to me. I'd be happy to use it.
I need to fix mine, actually. I really, no, honestly.
Yeah, I don't have one. Haven't had one since I lived in Alaska.
You don't want Triumph's chainsaw, John. It's probably electric.
You think you're funny? You think you're
I've
funny?
seen several people.
You're
I've seen
funny,
several
look
people
it.
using electric. What size battery would you have to have for that, Trent?
I don't have batteries in my chainsaw, sir.
Would that be a 6S 5500?
Something, I know. Some monster battery for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm doing here is I'm preparing this fuselage so I can mask it out and so I can put some stripes on it. And right now I'm kind of wiping it down and taking a close look at it and stuff like that. So
What was your weather today down there in Georgia?
beautiful. Man,
Yep.
couldn't be any better than that. I mean, maybe with a little light breeze, would be. Yeah, but it was nice.
What was the temp?
I have no clue. It was humid, although. I think over 70 is close to 80s.
The reason I ask is I still have my wife's relatives live there in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just curious. It was over 100 here today.
Wow.
Oh wow.
It was dry, sunny. Yeah, it was a slight breeze until this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Did you go fly?
No, I don't have anything ready to fly yet. I got a lot of planes to repair. I'm trying to get my shop set up.
Okay. That's something you have to do,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Well, if I want to build or repair, I definitely have to have the shop.
Yep. So.
You guys want to see my 3-day airplane build?
No.
Not another one, Tom.
We don't want to see planes. What do you think? This is a plane gathering?
I don't know what you're going to do when they send you back to work, Tom.
This is Ken Willard design called the Duckling. And it weighs 8.4 ounces and it's remote controlled.
Holy smokes.
That's
I got the few.
8.4
fuselage
ounces
for
with
one.
a battery and everything ready to fly.
Sorry, FCC says it's over 8 ounces. You're gonna have to put remote identification on it.
It's a 24-inch wingspan.
Are you gonna put any kind of stabilization on
Very
it?
nice, Tom. Very nice.
Because those Lola guys, they are very feisty in the air.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't have any right now. I'm trying to keep it lightweight.
Yeah. I know most of those little planes have stabilization, even though it's like a Piper Cub or something like that, or one of those bush planes. I've seen somebody flying, when I went out flying and I flew this plane, and some other guys were flying in the same area with some RC planes, and they had, the little one had, for sure it has some kind of stabilization kind of thing built into it. So, was flying nice. I mean, it was stable. But
Hey, Tom,
Yes.
this is what I inherited. You can see it's in really great shape. I've got a wing somewhere down in the basement for it. It might, I think it's a little bit bigger than the little duckling. But basically the same design. It was somebody made a kit of it at one time, apparently.
Do you know what it is?
No, I didn't build it. Somebody gave it to me. Still got the push rods and everything in it. But I don't know. Small seaplanes.
Yep.
So have you flown that one yet, Tom?
No. I just got it done and it was windy and I'll get out today. At least
You fly the other one?
No.
You fly the big one?
I haven't flown either yet. Just been, weather hasn't cooperated.
Is the ice off your lake?
Yeah. Yeah, ice is gone.
But now the gnats are out in the evening.
I did get my dock put in the lake this week, so
Cool.
I have something to stand on while I'm flying.
If you run enough caster in the engines, you can help get rid of the gnats that way.
Oh.
did it quack?
Doesn't work very good with electric though.
Oh, well, there you go. Are those black gnats?
Bill?
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
When they bite, do they take a chunk with them?
No, I don't know if they bite, but they just swarm around your face.
Yeah. We got some out here up in the mountains, and when they bite, they take a chunk with them.
Oh.
They're nasty little buggers, little black gnats.
You trying?
Yeah.
Hey, I watched some of them videos the next day after we talked last Monday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, watched a whole bunch of them there.
Oh, cool.
You know those ones that.
Mm-hmm.
from out in Canada there.
Nice.
Well, ain't we a lively bunch?
Yeah, everybody shut up. You guys talk too much.
Well, I finished this one. I'm contemplating what to do next. I got 100 things I could do, so I'm just trying to decide what I want to pull down, or if I want to pull anything down.
You get to go fishing and swimming this week?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No, we got weathered out all week long, man.
Oh.
I took the boat back on Wednesday because the rest of the week was crap. I went and got it today. I got it home about an hour ago and got it ready. We're going out tomorrow and Sunday because it's supposed to be sunny, no clouds, no rain, beautiful weekend, 85 degrees. So we should get 2 solid days, and hopefully the water warmed up a little bit from last Sun. We did go out last Sunday, but the kids didn't want to ski because the water was so damn cold. So hopefully they'll get up and start skiing tomorrow, I hope. We've had so much rain, usually by this time the lake is warmed up already, but we've had so much rain, it just hasn't had a chance to catch up. I mean, it's just rained and rained and rained and rained. And usually they're holding water. This is the time of the year they start to hold water, but they've got 2 of the 4 floodgates open. They're letting water out of the lake right now, which is unusual because usually, they only do that to get down to winter pool. They start in like September, October, letting all the water out. And then this time of year, you usually don't see them letting anything out, but they're letting it all out. The lake we're on is the Stones River, which is dammed up, which ends up flowing into the Cumberland. And the Cumberland, this chain of lakes in Tennessee here that have dams on them, they're all part of flood control for the Mississippi. That's what TVA runs them. They produce electricity and stuff. But generally, we hold water all summer long and don't let it out till the fall to keep the Mississippi from flooding. But we've had so much rain that they're having to let waters out of the dams now. But we'll get out tomorrow. I don't know how much fishing we'll do. We're gonna have another couple and 2 other kids with us, and 4 children with fishing poles is a dangerous experiment.
Yeah.
on a pontoon boat. They have 4 of them going at a time. Boy, you gotta have eyes in the back of your head, man. So we did a bunch of magnet fishing though. Sam got a super strong magnet for Christmas this year, and we farted around with magnet fishing last year a little bit, but his magnet was
here
just too weak. So he's got this Mac Daddy monster magnet, and we were on all kinds of stuff last Sunday, but just couldn't get it out of the muck to pull it up. You know what I mean? It was so embedded in the muck. I know I hooked on a couple of anchors a few times because they were heavy, and one of them is actually mine. I lost an anchor out where we go. So I've been trying to get that one back for like 2 years. But a lot of bottle caps, fishing lures, fish hooks, stuff like that. We have some scrap metal we've pulled up. Still waiting for something exciting like a pair of car keys or a cell phone or something like that. But you got to keep throwing it out and pulling it in. Someday he's going to hook something that he can be excited about.
Yeah.
A knife. Who knows?
I'm not gonna put in my room.
Here last summer, the lake that's a few blocks from me, they found a pickup truck, that'd been in there for like 20 years.
Oh yeah, I've seen that at the boat ramp before.
I guess it went through the ice one year.
I watched 2 guys just Sunday. I was waiting to pull up to the ramp to go get my truck and my trailer because I back the truck and trailer, and my wife drives the boat to the trailer, and we're pretty good at it, man. We're in 2 minutes, we're out in 2 minutes. We're not those morons on the boat ramp doing stupid shit all the time. Anyway, we watched this guy. He had it was like a little 15-foot fishing boat, It was a small trailer. I'll give him that. You know, the smaller they are, the harder they are to back up. But he kept getting sideways on the ramp, backing this thing in, and there was no boat on it. He was taking his boat out. And his two buddies, every time he got sideways, they would go out and lift that trailer up and straighten it out for him. Every time the trailer went like this, they would pick it up and move it over 2 feet. They'd move back 5 more feet. The trailer would go like that, and they would pick it up. They did this all the way down the boat ramp, man. I was like, I wanted to jump in that truck so bad and just be like, "Can I help you out, buddy? Let me give you a hand, man." You know, and the jet. Yeah, I thought about it. The jet ski guys are real bad at that too, because they are super short trailers, and they'll do the same thing. They pick their trailers up to straighten them out instead of learning how to back it in, you know. But yeah, boat ramp follies are always
hard to see it too.
Not yet.
If there's nothing on the trailer, it's hard to see the trailer itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It is. Well, don't all cars and pickup trucks have cameras on them now, so you can look back and see what you're doing? I thought that was pretty standard on everything now. I don't have any problem seeing my trailer because, you know, like I said, I got a 24-foot pontoon boat, so the trailer is a monster. It's a big trailer. And it backs up easy too. It's real easy to get in and out of there. Once I got my wife trained up on how to drive the boat on, we were in good shape. We used to have a speedboat. We had a 19-foot Invader, so I taught her how to load the boat with that. And then when we got the pontoon, there was a little bit of re-education with the pontoon because it's a lot bigger boat, and if the wind's blowing, it can be a little icy, you know, you're getting blown around and stuff. But I told her just line it up and hit the gas, man. Drive that sumbitch right on there, and I'll tell you when to stop. So she's good at it. She's a good partner to have out there. That way I don't have to do everything, because that's how it used to be. I had to unload the boat, take it over to the dock, tie it up, drive the trailer up, and then, you know, same thing taking out. It's nice to have someone that can load for you.
Yeah, I'm sharing a picture. Is it showing up?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Email it to me, John.
That's funny. I'm seeing it here clear as a bell, but I'm not seeing it. You guys aren't seeing it.
No.
No.
All right.
All right, what to do?
You guys ever watched that Jungle Book, the original one? Probably yes. You remember the 3 vultures on a branch? What are you gonna do? I don't know. What are you gonna do? I don't know. What are you gonna do? I don't know. And finally, one of them is like, I say, what are you gonna do? You say, what are you gonna do? Let's do something.
Well,
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Which way does the breeze blow there off your property on the lake? Does it come from the lake to you, or does it go from you to the lake?
From the lake to me normally.
Is it?
Yeah. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
For flying.
I remember Ken Willard had a column in RC Modeler for years, didn't he? And he designed a bunch of planes.
Yeah, he liked these little not just little seaplanes, all types of seaplanes. Yeah, his column was the Sunday Flyer.
Yep.
But he's got quite a few seaplane designs and some other designs. I built one of his other ones. I can't remember. It was based off of the Skylark 56 wing, and then a similar, a hull that goes in the water, fuselage hull. but I can't remember the name of it. I don't know. I bought the plans from RC Model Magazine and built it from scratch. Long time ago, many years ago.
I subscribed to it for a while just for the covers.
I think I have. I subscribed for probably 20 years, maybe, and I think my first issue is like 1969. I probably still have all those magazines.
Tom, don't you live in Minnesota?
Yeah.
You're not out protesting? What the hell? I mean,
I stay away from that.
good protests don't come around that often. I mean, shit. We may be all dead the next time we see a good one like this. Where's Charles at?
He's building something.
Can you hear Charles?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, that Charger is back in stock in the U.S. at Hobby King.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Charles. That Charger for $10.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it just came up on my my screen or whatever, and I checked it out. It says in stock now. So.
All right, I'll check it out.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm going to disappear.
Emma, you don't like that guy.
She loves this guy, man.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
No.
Well, yeah. Love you. I love you too, Mike.
You're going to have to make her leave.
Oh, she was just checking in, man. That's all.
Hey, I want everybody to know that I tried one of Mike's suggestions. That's that, what's the name of that balsa filler? I can go get it.
Probably like.
Yeah, this stuff there. I used it on Stuffed Airplane. I used it on this new one to fill things. Putting it on dry and then just sanding it. Put a little CA on it, wipe it, sand it. I mean, you can even feel it. And it's so much faster than the blue stuff. But it really works good. I was really impressed. But don't everybody jump up and down at the same time.
Been pretty quiet tonight, Steve.
God, I guess. Oh, I picked this up because I thought, yeah, I'll do a free flight airplane. I think I'm going to give it away.
Yeah, you don't want to build that one, man. You got to
Holy shit.
Yeah, don't do
What
that.
a fix in there.
Get the Javelin
Yep,
or the Lancer. If you're gonna do
I mean, I
the
looked
Javelin
at
or the Lancer are
I'm like,
much easier build.
Oh my God. I could build a full-size airplane faster.
Yeah.
Or a 60 size. I make
Steve,
you
what
build
you
an
need
elevator
to do?
I built this one in 3 days.
No, you just need a building board you can set on your lap on the couch, and you just work on the couch while you're watching TV, man.
Is that paint? Did you paint that, or is that silk or colored silk span?
The fuselage is painted, and I'm trying to keep the weight down because this only weighs 8.4 ounces. So I didn't put a lot of paint on it. The wing is covered with Monocoat, And the tail are just scrap pieces of monocoat I had left over.
Looks nice. How many channel is that? 2 channel?
Yeah, 2 channel and throttle.
Huh?
Rudder, elevator, and throttle.
Oh, okay. When you gonna?
Mike, I sent you an email.
When you gonna take it out and try to fly it?
As soon as we get good weather.
Well, if it keeps raining anymore, you can come over to my house and we'll be able to fly it off my backyard. I can't believe the rain we got this year. It just rained again all last night, just poured. And it's like, my God. And then when the sun came out, and the wind started blowing about 20 miles an hour. So,
yeah. That's kind of how it's been around here, too. Rain or wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Pat because we planned. I said if it got nice, and when I called him, he answers the phone like, "Hell no, the wind's blowing way too hard." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." I tell you, I ain't coming over. But yeah, just crappy weather. You been getting anything nice, Mike, down there?
You talking to me?
Yeah, are you getting any good weather? Down
No,
south?
it's rained all week. No, it's rained every day this week. The weekend's going to be nice, but tomorrow and Sunday are going to be beautiful. But we've had weather every day except last Sunday. Sunday was the only good day we had, and we've had rain every other day all week. John, I got that pulled up. Is that a picture that you wanted me to share?
Yeah, would you?
I just want to be. It's a picture.
Huh?
It's a picture of people, correct?
Oh no, yeah, you can try that. That's the wrong one, but that's Alan Brickhouse, and I don't know who the other guy is with him at the VSC at one of the dinners there.
Was that Mark?
Okay, yeah, not Mark Weiss. The JPEG said Pathfinder, but that's not a Pathfinder.
No, that I sent the wrong one.
Okay, all right.
I'll straighten that out.
Okay. Just turning you for my internet service here, man.
Yeah. It looks like this. Just to remind you, it looks like that.
That was a picture of a guy who once had a Pathfinder. Well, while we're waiting for the picture, Tryon, have you got any more flights on your airplane?
No, I'm refinishing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would suggest that you had finished it once before.
No, I mean, it was good to confirm that everything is fine and flies perfectly and stuff like that. So now it's a good time to put all the color on it. I'm gonna keep this the same, pretty much, the white and the silver, and I'm just gonna change the trim colors on it.
Oh,
Same
okay.
with the fuselage. The fuselage doesn't have anything, so I'm gonna put some stripes on it and something simple. I'm not gonna do anything too complicated.
You gonna do anything on the fuselage at all?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh.
Actually, right now I'm trying to mask it off, so I have the fuselage here all assembled and ready to go. I just have to make some masks for it. It's going to be very similar to the other one, just different colors. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to spend too much time on this time because it's not going to get me too many points or anything like that.
It's like Rusty's computer's alive again.
Oh, well, I'm on a tablet. Can you hear me?
Well, I tell you one thing, Brian. You should get points for the fuselage for that weave on the side and stuff. If you paint that up, that should be really nice.
I'm not gonna paint it out. I mean, it's gonna be a stripe on top of it, but I'm not gonna cover it per se.
Well, no, I mean not to cover it, but I mean if you add paint theme to it, it'll look nice.
Yeah.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
We hear you, Rusty.
Okay.
We can see you, Rusty.
The echo, though.
I'm on my tablet.
Where are you at?
I guess on my tablet, I'm sitting in my usual place.
Oh, it just looks different.
Yeah, well, that's because I don't have the camera pointed in the same place. This is the tablet's camera instead of my Logitech, and I'm trying to do it without pressing the buttons on my main computer keyboard. That'll have to do for now.
Are you having computer problems?
Yeah, apparently so. It's all broken up. I can't understand y'all. Y'all can't understand me. The audio is terrible and everything was broken up. I opened it with the telephone and it looked like y'all were getting along fine. I opened the YouTube streaming software and it looks like it's broadcasting fine. So yeah, we'll go with what we got. I'm rebooting my computer now. Just what happened, but don't know. We'll see. But at least I can turn the stream on and off from here.
What do you think? It's just your Logitech camera, speaker, and microphone, or whatever?
Everything else seems to be working great. And when I started the show, before anybody came in, my introductory statements, my monologue was coming through clear, and it gradually got more and more broken up. And then by the time y'all came in, nobody could understand anything I was saying, and vice versa. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We got thunderstorms like crazy. Every time one thunderstorm stops, another one pops up. Even if there's no rain on the radar, one will pop up.
Fixes it or not.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah,
Sent you another one.
I got it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pull it up.
Is it the right one? There it is. That's for Charles.
Looking to
And Peter. That's a Pathfinder. That's a Pathfinder LE.
Does that stand for long edition or large?
No, it's last edition.
Oh, last. All right.
Yeah. Gordon said this would be the last Pathfinder. And then we did the twin.
That twin.
Charles, is Charles there? Can you see that, Charles?
Let's see that.
I don't think Charles is there.
Yeah, Charles is there. His back hurt. He's laying on the floor. There he is.
You there, Charles? No, I guess not. I can hear the colors on there, the paint on there. Interesting.
We good?
Yeah. The yellow is water-based Rust-Oleum. The other colors are rattle can. automotive colors. And then it's overcoated with clear build.
Cool.
That Rust-Oleum yellow really covered well. It didn't take a whole lot of paint to get it all one shade. Thanks, Mike. That was for you, Charles.
Rusty, try muting your mic for a second. See if the echo goes away. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it went
and,
away.
listen to the.
Okay, I just muted it and unmuted it.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the echo's back now.
Okay, what about now? Okay, did it get better all of a sudden now?
Testing, 1, 2, 3. No, we still have echo.
Maybe I just need to close up shop. I turned my big computer on to see what happened. If when I opened my browser, it started screwing up again.
Test, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Just
I hear you.
mute your mic for now, and if you want to talk, just unmute it when you're talking.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up if it's better after I mute the mic. All right, muting now.
Test, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, well. Well, guys, I just wanted to get on tonight and show you about what I did and how good that filler works, the way Mike said to do it. It's slicker and shit, and it's lighter now, so. And it sands so easy, you don't have to worry about getting any whoop-de-doos in your finish or whatever because that epoxy's so hard. Then once you hit it with a clear, it hardens that stuff like a rock.
Where did you get it?
Hobby shop. It's tower. It's just tower stuff. Hold that up again, Mike. What the hell? I keep forgetting the name of it.
Oh,
Model, yeah, Hobbyco, Model Light Filler. And I got mine in the balsa like his. So it looks like balsa wood. And I mean, yeah, that stuff works great. I was not too impressed with a lot of stuff I try. It's like, well, but it's all Mike says it is. So, but I'm gonna get out. I got some stuff I gotta get done tonight yet. So I'll see everybody Monday.
Later.
All right.
All right, Steve. Have a good one.
Yep.
Good night, Steve.
Good night.
Did my echo come back this time when I turned my mic on?
Test, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the echo's back.
Okay. Muting mic.
It's gotta be frustrating.
Bill, did you get any flying in this week, or was the weather too bad?
I did. You know, I figured out that the park that's a few blocks away, there's enough room between two trees, and there's like a road through the park that I can let my control line take off the road and fly in the park. So it's like I can go fly my electric over there. It's only like 4 or 5 blocks away. The other place is like 3 miles away. I've been flying, but this is even closer.
Right.
And then I flew my, the old time free flight with the Winmac 049, and I put the single channel RC in. You know, first I had trouble with it, whatever radio I had in there. When I started up the motor, it was glitching like crazy. There's some kind of loose connection. So then I put in a different radio. Well, I always check the direction of the controls, except this is a different radio, and I didn't think about that. Tried to fly it last Sunday, and it was all over the sky and crashed. Well, here I had the rudder going the wrong way.
Oh, no.
So I tried it the other night, and it worked real good. So.
Hey, just be grateful you didn't hook the ailerons backwards on your $20,000 jet, man.
Yeah.
You ever seen those guys do that stuff? Or those big boards where they take off and they just go. Whoa. They do that stuff all the time, man.
So this guy came out there with his mini Maverick drone. And God, he just wanted to tell me everything about it. And it's like it'll just, pretty much fly itself. He had to go way over to a bluff and fly around it and come back and stuff. And I'm thinking, well, that's kind of cool, except, where's the challenge? I want the challenge of flying something.
You can't tell them drone guys nothing, man. They don't get it. And I have a drone. I fly a drone, but I fly my drone. I don't use the pre-programming stuff on it to send it off and send it back and land it. I fly mine like a helicopter,
Yeah.
I try to wreck it every time I fly it, man. Go fast, go low, bank hard. See how close to the trees I can get in my evergreen trees out front, fly it hard.
Well, I was supposed to start back to work on Monday, but I just got a letter today saying that my furlough's been extended.
Is that a good thing?
Well, it's okay. But hopefully I'll be back at work eventually.
Well, you get another week or two off, you can build 4 more airplanes.
Yeah, that's the problem. My wife says I have too many airplanes already.
They all say that, Tom.
Just take a couple out and crash them so you got more room, I had a friend of mine, a free flighter, rubber powered guy, and his wife was that way. She told him, "You can't have any more planes. You got too many of them already." And he did. He had them hanging all over the place. So he'd take them out and he'd send them off. He didn't like the dethermalizer or anything like that. He just sent them off, and they flew away. He was tickled to death because now he could build another one.
It's funny you mentioned that. And Bill, you might have seen this video. I think it was on the Baltimore Model Builders Group on book. But this guy had a tow line glider, very small, wasn't very big, maybe, 28-inch span or something like that. And, launching it on a bungee or whatever. No RC. This was totally flight. He simply went up. It went up maybe 100 feet when it released. And then it just started circling and thermaling and circling and thermaling. He finally lost it like 3 minutes into the video, and he ended up losing the airplane on the maiden flight because it caught a thermal from a height, and then it just flew out. It was they were speaking German, I think, or they were English or maybe even Australian. I'm not sure because he's like, well, I guess I get to build another one. It's okay, but lost it on the very first flight. But what killed me was I don't think it went 100 feet in the air when he launched it. And it just immediately started a nice left bank and started climbing, and then it was just gone. I was blown away that from that low of an altitude a thermal would take that airplane away like that.
I don't know. They claim that you could lose it on a hand toss.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I've seen
Yeah,
guys with the RP gliders that just, sometimes they use their motors and, to take the plane up or some kind of a tow launch, or right, a winch. And then they go like, hey, it's too easy today, so I'm just going to throw it by hand. So they just wait, they read the air and stuff like that. And when they think there's a thermal in a certain spot, they just throw it real hard, go there, spot the thermal, and just start to circle and spec out.
Yeah. That video was just amazing to me, that little plane got sucked up. I had a bunch of catapult gliders, and he took Sam out in the field, and they were trying to lose one that day, and it took him 4 or 5 attempts, but he finally did. He finally sent one up on a catapult. It was a polyhedral wing, maybe an 18-inch balsa glider or something like that. And he sent that thing up, and we just watched it just circle and go out of sight, man. He said he'd been trying to lose it for like 5 years, and he never could. I guess that's like a badge of honor for those guys to have one just fly away, I don't know. I don't feel that way. But the guys, they get a good thermal and they lose one, and they're like, okay, it worked. Because this guy even said he didn't put a DT on it. He didn't have a dethermalizer on it, and he kind of wished that he had, that he put a DT on it. That's how they get down, and then they just spiral down. But I like your idea, Bill. Just put a little single channel rudder in a free flight, and then you got at least some chance of getting it back.
Yeah, I just don't have much room to fly around here. Yeah, so I
Hey,
built.
Dennis.
Yeah, hi, Dan.
Howdy. Sorry I'm late. I've been catching up on Lost in Space.
Oh.
Somebody in one of these forums recommended that show. I forget who it was.
The new version.
So yeah, thermaling gliders. I mean, that's what you build them for. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about a Facebook video I saw, a guy that lost one on his maiden flight, and it didn't even go very high on the launch, like maybe 100 feet, but then it was, in 2 minutes, it was gone. Just gone.
Oh yeah, probably kind of plays into it. One of our local sailplane contests, 2 of our really good flyers, both flying 10-foot airplanes, and neither one of them had any luck. They were coming down basically right next to each other. One turned left, the other turned right. They were setting up for landing. And the guy who turned right, his wing got a little bump, and he circled around. He hit it again and again. And all of a sudden, he went from setting up for landing from maybe 20 feet off the ground. He went out and he maxed out. He had a 10-minute flight. And the other guy who turned the other direction missed all that, and he was lost. So that's the way it happened. Well,
They tell me that guys that fly a lot of thermal airplanes learn how to see the darn thermal. Some of them do. It's like a little shimmer in the air. They can see it. I've never experienced that. Closest I ever came was
It's not true, but you see something else. Because
What's
the thermal, it's like a tornado, right? Like a mini tornado. And what it does is sucks the air in, right? So if you fly in one direction, you see the plane sliding over in another direction, all of a sudden. Or if you fly through it, if it's a gust of wind, the nose goes up. If it's a thermal, the tail goes up. So as soon as they see the telltale sign that the tail goes up, or they're sliding in a certain direction, if they slide to the right, then they turn to the right and they start searching for it because it's over there. So but what you're saying is reading the plane as it flies.
yeah, there's guys who basically read the wind direction and wind speed. There's a sign of a thermal passing by. The wind direction will change, or it'll suddenly get really, really calm because the thermal is drawing air forward. Or if the thermal drifts past you, all of a sudden it'll get real windy. It means the thermal's behind you. And I've seen people do that. They launch and they immediately go south, go the opposite direction and hook up. And of course, they got plenty of to get back.
What they do actually is that before their launch time starts, they're already looking for the telltale signs, right?
Yep.
So when they know there's a thermal that's downwind, they're gonna launch and go downwind and chase it because they know it's there. It's
Yep.
It's what you have, what you know, right?
That's it.
Then taking a chance.
I know. I know when I fly at Muncie at the AMA site, the best single place to go is over the speed circle. Launch and hit for the speed circle. It's the best little heat generator out there. So.
Yep. That's because it's hot over there.
At Rouge Park. At Rouge Park, where the Detroit Aeromodeling are.
Yeah.
Dennis, at the Rouge, we always flew our gliders over the school, over left of the school there, right across the street. That was always great for lift with gliders.
Mm-hmm.
And the asphalt roof of the school, that always had lift on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is the first big rubber model I made. It's called a Wilbur.
God, that's ugly.
Yeah, it is. It looks like so much fuselage. And so I had it at Muncie and was just doing, like 200 turns in it. And I didn't think I need my tracker in there. And it caught a thermal probably at like 50 feet high, and it goes circling all the way across the field and goes into the cornfield. And I looked for it and I looked for it. I didn't think it was too far in, but I gave up. And then after like 2 days, I thought, well, I'll give it one more try. And darn if I didn't walk across it. Wing kind of worked up. It rained one night, but I was sure happy to find it. Now this has got what they call a band burner dethermalizer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's electronic, and then there's a little battery in it, and then it burns the rubber band, and that's the way the DT works. It makes for a pretty light thing.
You think that a nice relay over there will probably get the job done just as fine, right? But anyways.
Bill, I watched your 2 biography videos this week.
Oh yeah, but
interesting to find out about all your background and stuff.
I've tried a lot of things when it comes to model airplanes.
Denny, how's your new project coming along?
Oh, getting some side tracks and everything like that. But I got wing and tail covered on the new bird now. I got to cover the fuselage. Actually, I was ready to cover it, and I decided I needed to do a little more. Surface prep on a couple of areas. So I'm going to get back to sanding it probably in the morning and get the fuselage covered.
Think you'll have it ready for show and tell next week?
Oh, I don't know. I'm terrible at predicting progress and everything like that. I'm better at shout outs to Mike to get something done or something like that, as he knows. I pick on Mike all the time. But, yeah, I thought I'd have
You
it.
must have
Frankly, I thought I'd have it a couple of shows ago, but I don't know. Just kind of cruising along. So.
You must have got to Mike because he's been working every session here now.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's out to flying, so he's in repairing combat models. Looks like every week.
Yeah, Sam's
You know how these combat flyers
Sam's
are.
chomping at the bit to go fly some.
Combat flyers go to the field with
Go ahead,
20
John.
airplanes, come home with one. You know.
That's not true. That's not always true.
Okay, sometimes you come home with two.
Yeah.
Danny, I showed this earlier, but you weren't here. This is my 3-day build. It's called
All right.
the Duckling. But
That's an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
play.
Looks really good. Are you flying off the water, or do you just fly that off of wet grass, or just hang on?
No.
I mean,
I fly off the water. I have a lake in my backyard.
Okay.
I live on a lake.
Okay. That makes it a lot easier, don't it?
I have 140 feet of lake shore. Probably,
Oh wow, that's
in my
great.
yard.
Hey, none of the craziness up there is getting to you, is it? Watching the news.
No, no.
Right.
I'm far enough
That's good to know.
away.
That's good.
Just the weather has not been good for flying here, though. Rain and wind.
No, we finally did get a break in the weather. We had last, a week ago, we had springtime. We had one day at 74 degrees. Went from like 50s to 74 and went up to 90 the next day. Come back for a few days and now cooling back off again. So, but the wind finally broke a little bit. So, time to get out. Time to try harder to get out. Well, I don't think they've opened up the parks yet. And technically, our field is in a county park, so I'm not sure that I haven't seen a notice or anything like that that we've been able to do yet. I have to dig a little deeper on that, I guess. Still best weather or still a good time to be building and covering and making excuses why you're not getting things done. So. Yeah, well.
Your mic's kind of going in and out, Daddy.
Yet tonight?
Still didn't catch what you said.
No. All right. Well,
Anybody still building free flights?
now Steve and I have been collaborating on an airplane. I have it. He sent me all the parts for it. I was going to check in with him on that. He got all the power system parts to me faster than I could get the airplane sent to him. So I guess I got to finish it. So. All right. Wait a minute. Got a free flight there?
Yeah, I have no idea where it came from. It's backwards. I don't know how to flip the image around. FA. It looks like it's all here. I have no idea where it came from. I mean, it looks like it's all there. I've got no
Lee
use for it.
Campbell kits. He cut those parts out like on a bandsaw.
I don't know. There's a couple of the ribs there.
Yeah.
And like I said, it looks like it's all here. The rubber band's kind of decrepit. The plans are in here. Like I said, I have absolutely no idea where this came from. My wife could have possibly picked it up at a flea market or a auction or something. And it's got some sort of hardware pack in it. Somebody put it in a baggie. It's got a paper clip. Oh, and it's got a dethermalator fuse.
All right.
What else is in here? Okay. T-Bird instructions. General, all original instructions are on the plans. Oh, you think this is a bit old?
Yeah.
By Campbell's Custom Kit, Signature Lane, San Antonio, Texas. It's for 049-051. I'm not even, the rubber band is completely deteriorated. I've never even opened those. Oh, look at that. There's even tissue. They even have tissue supplies. Anyway,
I'll save the tissue for the next stop. So.
Anybody wants it, I'll send it over. I have absolutely no use for it.
There you go, Bill. Better jump on it.
You can just PM me on Stunthangar and just send me your address. I'll wrap it up a little bit nicer so it doesn't get damaged. Because it doesn't look like there's anything damaged in here. It's just been around for a while.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Either that or just
Try one more experiment.
we'll just go back out in the garage and sit in the box for another 20 years.
I hear Rusty talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3. Just trying one more experiment to see if we can run with my mic open, or do I need to close my mic?
Sounds good here.
Got the echo back.
You got an echo back? Okay.
Oh.
I'll turn my mic back off then.
Not that bad.
Well, I'll leave it on. Y'all be the judge. If I need to turn it off, let me know and I will. What are you hearing? You hear yourself?
Your mic sounds better than mine.
Well, we don't hear an echo from you. We hear an echo when we talk.
You hear yourself repeat when you talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a Bluetooth there, Rusty?
Yeah, but it's off.
It's off?
Yeah, let me turn my Bluetooth off.
I'm just watching a Horizon things this afternoon. They had that problem.
Bluetooth is now off.
Well, let's see if we get an echo. Yep.
It's minor. No acoustic echo cancellation.
This is strange. The big computer is completely unusable with 8x8. Everything else works fine, but the tablet's got an echo, so I don't know what the hell's up. Hope my big computer's not busted.
You got
working at home. She's been working this computer harder than it's ever been worked before, but hadn't been causing her any trouble.
Yeah, Rusty, you on fiber? You've got a great signal.
Good. Yeah, I see. I actually do have a better signal than usual. I'll jerk the damn box out of the cabinet tomorrow. I'm not going to pull it all out tonight and see if there's a loose connection or something with because my microphone and my camera are both in the same unit. So we'll look at that tomorrow and see. I don't want to have to buy a new computer just because 8x8 doesn't work.
No, it's not the computer.
Maybe if I drop a quarter through one of the cooling slots, it'll fix it. Oh yeah, I gotta go buy a new computer. Be right back. Next time I buy a computer, I'm gonna buy a serious computer.
Has everybody got it?
Trying, you tearing the house down there, man? Jesus Christ.
Sounds like demolition day.
Does everybody got their pictures up on the screen rather than on the bar on the side?
Right now,
yeah,
I got the
grid.
Yeah, grid. Well, mine's going haywire. It's just you're on and off and blink and blank, and it's just like.
That's because Trayan's banging around. Every time Trayan bangs something, it changes pictures. Or
now I got a bunch of blanks.
Or whoever. It's not just Trayan. Anybody that makes noise, it'll make the picture change.
Yeah.
I learned something new. That you have counterfeit pocketbooks and you have counterfeit watches. They actually have counterfeit spark plugs.
Holy shit! I bought a set of counterfeit tires by accident. I'm pretty sure one time they were supposed to be Kumos, but I don't think they really were. And I bought them through a Goodyear dealer.
I couldn't believe it, but it turns out I spent $34 on eBay for spark plugs that are not made by NGK.
That's my brand too.
The thing is that you figure a spark plug is a spark plug, but no, because the heat range might be not accurate or any number of things.
That's right. Anything about the metallurgy could be wrong. Yeah, some spark plugs just suck. I've never gotten a good set of champion spark plugs in all my life. I finally gave them up completely.
So it's like no more going to eBay to buy spark plugs. Actually, I didn't get those off of eBay. They came from Amazon.
Yeah, it can happen from anywhere.
So I see on a control line forum, somebody was asking about that half-A Broadax engine, and I hear that isn't much good. The bigger engines are fine, but the 049 is gutless.
The Mark II 049 actually is a pretty good engine. It's really hard to start the first time.
Aren't they all?
But once you get it going, they're supposed to be. I've heard good reports about them. The Mark
got a Mark I.
Was bad.
And it's the biggest piece of shit I've ever owned, man.
Yeah. But the Mark II is not the same. It's a whole different engine.
No, it's the most anemic piece of crap you've ever seen in your life, man.
That's true.
And I mean, I was throwing like 35% nitro at it and putting a little tiny prop on it, and I still couldn't get it to spin up. It barely flew a Skyray. Actually, I think I might have given that airplane and motor to Derek Gary for Liam. Well, I don't know if maybe that had a golden bee on it. I may still have, but yeah, it barely flew a Skyray on 25-foot line. I was not impressed with it.
I don't know. I just keep remembering I'm a kid with those freaking springs. You just wind it up and let it go. I used to come home with freaking bloody fingers all over.
Oh, Coxo 49s are great, man.
I could never get them to start.
The ones with the built-on tanks are a pain in the ass, but the ones with external tanks run really well.
The TD series is a nice engines.
Yeah. Medallions are a super user-friendly engine too, and really pretty powerful too.
My first one was the Golden Bee, and that ran really well.
Yeah. Golden Bees and Black Widows ran pretty well if they didn't have air leaks, but those ones with the built-on tanks are just famous for getting these mysterious little air leaks, whether it's around the screw shoulders in the back plate, or it can be the Venturi flat ring washer, or it can be that the screws through the back plate that hold it all together are just a little bit too long because they don't thread deep enough. They bore the holes deep enough in the crankcase, but sometimes they didn't bore enough threads, and you got to take a bottoming tap and make the threaded holes a little bit deeper so it all pulls together tight enough to not leak.
Pretty bad.
Damn, that's some memories. Remember the cot screw can with the little holes that you stuck on the end and you turned it until you squeezed the can to fill it.
Yeah. I was rummaging around in the shop and found 3 full cans unopened of old Cox fuel. They're the little tank cans. 2 of them are the red and white cans, and one of them's the blue and white can.
And you cut your fingers on the little nylon props, and then the fuel would burn.
Oh yeah.
Denny. Charles.
Notice on the tablet when I put it in grid mode, it doesn't show everybody. I have to scroll the grid up and down to see all of the people.
Do you have Zoom on your browser set up? So it's really like zoomed in on your browser?
I don't know. Yeah, I might. I'm in the app, actually. I'm in the 8x8 app.
Damn, that's the loudest tape I've ever heard.
Hey, you should have gone to this tape factory that I used to have to go to in Columbia. I had to work on some of their machines, and they only hired deaf people to work in that area where they would spool the tape off. They had like 12-foot wide rolls of tape, and they would spool it out and slit it to different sizes. And you know how tape sounds when you rip 1 half-inch piece off of a roll? Imagine that off of a 12-foot wide running at about 100 miles an hour. And that is the loudest thing you ever heard. It just roars when it comes off of there.
Boy, we're just brimming over tonight, aren't we?
So on this free flight, I got this WinMac 049, and that starts up great because I got a electric starter and I'm running on pressure. So it's just like push it into the starter and open up the needle valve and off it goes, you know. But I bet flipping it over by hand probably wouldn't work quite as easy.
What, you're starting it on a bladder? You running a bladder?
Yeah, it's just the balloon, the actual balloon.
Oh, okay. So a balloon suction tank, not actually a bladder blown up.
Yeah, it's pressure.
Okay.
That's what Dan Barry said to use that, and it works good.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Run well on surgical tubing.
That guy is.
Little tiny surgical tubing. What I run all my half A's on.
Yeah, you fill the tank up and then you use one of these and you clamp it down. And so, who posted up on Stunthangar that they're going to get a free control line flying circle? Some RC club wants to donate a flying circle.
I saw that. I can't remember his name. I can look it up real quick.
And he's asking, well, should the club he belongs to take him up on it? Duh. And then everybody's chiming in, well, you don't want a full donut circle, you might want a quarter donut circle. It was absurd. Pave it all the way. Don't pave it all the way. Grass is too much to cut. Well, I think if the FAA gets its way with this, with having to have hobby, basically RC hobby airplane in on this remote ID thing, we may have a lot of people coming back to control on. Okay, so that topic fell flat. No, of course I can't find it, but
Oh, well,
we're
it's
talking
nice
about
and early
video.
morning. I'll catch up with you guys next week.
It's the 1973 World Nationals. I have no idea where they got April or the National Nationals in 73. No, I can't find it.
It never does say in there. That's Frank McHugh that made that post, but it never does say where he lives. What part of the country he's in.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do you have the Manatee County RC flyers? I guess that's where all the Tampa guys fly. However, it's an RC field. I looked at their membership. It's $100 to join and $100 a year. And does that mean if I want to fly control line, I have to pay $100 and another $100?
Ooh, wow. That's steep. I guess Army Club doesn't charge any dues at all. And then the other one is just $25 a year, and they have 2 grass circles that they keep mowed for us.
So I don't know how that works, but I do know it's like you go to the Manatee County RC flyers, and that's what it costs. And it's another $100 a year. And for the flight control line, no, thank you. Oh yeah, I use it. I use this stuff. Microfill.
Don't everybody talk at once.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mike, I think your camera's off.
No, that's not it.
Yeah,
There we go.
Usually when it gets quiet, I try to start some kind of conversation going, but I'm just kind of half-assed involved tonight with all
How do you guys like this?
That looks good.
Green eggs and ham.
I guess maybe tomorrow I need to get, after I check my computer out, I need to call up one of you guys and see if we can do a private 8x8 chat just to see if my damn system's working or not.
Yeah, it works.
You gonna be around tomorrow night?
Oh. Yeah.
No, I'm going to be on the lake all day.
Okay.
I'll be around, Rusty.
Yes, so will I.
Okay. I don't think I've got Tom's phone number. Why don't you PM me your phone number, Tom?
All right.
In case I don't have it. Or whoever said they would be around
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'll send it, Rusty.
Okay. Yeah, I just PM at the Stunthangar. I'll check it later. And if I want to do a test run, I'll give you a call on the phone tomorrow afternoon.
Who's going to the Gnat this year?
I'm going.
Who? Who else?
Until they cancel.
What?
It's too far for me.
I got an email or something saying that June the 11th is the last day for registration or something like that. I'm not sure where I got, whether that was an email or if I saw it in.
Which I thought you could sign up when you get there.
No, Rusty,
What?
you got that's wrong.
Sorry.
The decision day is June 10th. They will announce June 10th, and then you only have 2 days to register before you incur the late fee, which is $50 if you register past June 14th.
Okay.
Because it's a weekend too. It's, June 10th, I think, is a Wednesday. You got Thursday and Friday to register, and then that Monday you will incur the late fee to register.
Okay.
But what they're doing is you can pre-register, pay all your money, and if they cancel on June 10th, they're going to do 100% refund. And yes, you can register at the Nats, but you're going to be subject to the $50 late fee, in addition to the $50 registration fee, the $45 Pampa fee, and then you're going to pay another $50 for being a late registrant. So it's going to cost you $145 to fly there. Whereas if you do it now, it costs you $95, and if they cancel it, you get all your money back.
Okay. I guess I'm going to do that then.
I sent you a PM, Rusty.
Okay, thanks.
So, anybody's building anything nowadays? Anything?
Man. Guys, I think I'm gonna bug out before I fall asleep.
Okay, John.
Okay.
See you on Monday.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll be able to have a better experience in here on Monday. And have a good weekend until then. Fair winds, tight lines.
Yeah, we lost Denny. We lost Lynn.
Bill, we lost Bill.
Oh, Bill give up too. Yeah.
We must have bored him to death.
The hell is that?
I think that's Peter's wife talking to him.
Well, you better get in there and fix whatever she wants you to do.
Sounds like you're in an airport or something.
One of them we had him and one of the involved and I read it so.
Okay. Wow, that's really neat.
You know, when my pictures here go blank, up in the left-hand corner, a little icon looks like a Pac-Man.
Looks like a Batman?
Pac-Man?
Yeah, ghost. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. sometimes they do. It's like a little ghost or something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
there
know
they
what
are.
the hell that
We got
means.
some. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm not seeing it on mine right now. That's a local thing on your system.
I don't remember seeing any.
I've seen
overnight.
it whenever people's pictures black out before.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, it's been kind of tough tonight with the echo and everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the YouTubers good night now. I know I promised them 12 o'clock, but it's 11:53, so that'll do. Okay, YouTubers, appreciate y'all coming, and everybody have a good weekend. Fair winds, tight lines, and we'll see y'all later. I am ending the stream. And okay,
Yep,
YouTube.
I'm done too. I'm gonna